All right, we're back. You fucking bitches. What's happening, Hector? What's new?
Let's find out.
What's new, dog?
I think I like that. All right, sick.
All right, let's do it.
What is new?
A couple things.
A few things.
A few things. Many things.
The first time I'm recording without a hat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just noticed that because I'm too lazy to go get one.
Hey, the fade's looking tight.
No. Actually, that's probably one of the main reasons. I'm like, fade's looking good. I'm feeling it.
Good.
I'm feeling
Your
it.
hairline's fine. It's just like the
It's
hair.
just the density.
Yeah.
That's all. No, I know the hairline has always been fine.
That's with like
it's just
most
density.
people.
No, the typical male pattern baldness is hairline, not
Really?
because that's where you get like the peaks
Yeah.
and then the crown.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
It's
what?
very. But I have noticed it, and I wonder. We're probably going to see something come out in the next like 20 years. There's going to be some studies, but I have noticed an increase in this kind of situation where it's like hairline's fine, but density's going.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the only one that I've seen has this
No,
issue,
I have the same problem.
but there are people that are having a lot more of this than we ever had before.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
noticed it
I
more.
wonder what the cause is going to be
I
when
think
in
it's
20,
like
30 years.
Nutrient-based.
Could be
probably.
nutrient-based, could be, who knows, phones.
Acid in our water.
You listen to Huberman at all?
Of course.
So
He's on TRT now.
he's on everything, bro. The guy's great.
Buddy is like he is a more academic Joe Rogan.
Well, he's an actual academic.
He's an actual
He's not more.
academic.
He is academic.
No. But the thing with him is like he's a fucking killer when it comes
No, he
to
is. He's
academics.
awesome. But
And then the other thing is like he's a fucking muscle daddy.
he's very well rounded. He's really, really cool. Like he'll hang out with all these guys and
The problem with him is no kids.
yeah.
That's that's where he peaked. Right?
But one of the things that I was going to mention about him is that I haven't listened to the podcast about it, but he talks about like phones, like where you keep your phone on your body.
yeah.
And it's not conclusive, but there have been enough studies to show a possibility on the effect of having it near your fucking pocket, like near your crotch, and affecting basically your fucking nuts, right?
What do you
And your
think
sperm
about
count.
running a fanny pack on site?
Oh, dude, it's gonna send me to the moon. I would do it just to keep it off my fucking crotch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've actually started to do that last few weeks. I'll keep it in my jacket
You
pocket.
notice your cock is bricked up more or what?
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
No, no, because it affects your. It's more the idea that it's affecting your sperm production, not your actual your dick, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, fluoride in water. This is an interesting one that I was reading about the other week. Where do you think in Canada we have higher levels of fluoride? In the West or the East Coast?
East.
In drinking water.
East.
Now, do you think in the West Coast...
Hold on, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, give me
Sorry,
props.
I'm sorry.
Give me fucking
I jumped
props.
ahead.
Come on, G.
Yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
dog.
Okay, you're 1 for 1 so far, but there's
All
more.
right.
There's more. On the West Coast, do you think we inject fluoride into the water or no?
Yes.
Okay, you're 1 for 2. So in the West, we don't inject fluoride into the water. In the East, they do.
Okay.
And the reason for that is literally just for teeth. Now, here's what's interesting. People talk about fluoride being in toothpaste or like when you go to the dentist or whatever. That's topical fluoride. So that is more for overall cleanliness and for just cavities you might have. Sorry, not even cavities. Cleanliness and just oral hygiene. But the fluoride you would ingest from drinking water, for example, that actually goes a long way into cavity prevention for the entirety of your life. So if you, as a child, drink water with fluoride, you have a greater chance of having fewer cavities later on in life than somebody who does not.
Yeah.
So that's why when you look at people from the East or just other parts of the world where they do inject fluoride into drinking water, their oral hygiene, their composition of their teeth are, on average, significantly better than, for example, us here in the West Coast where we just don't.
Yeah.
So the main reason why they stopped doing that here a long time ago is literally hippies. Same people who are like anti-vax, anti-whatever.
Speaking of fucking thing, I checked my benefits. On dental, I don't have a cap.
What do you mean?
It's just a percentage. There's
So
no
you
cap.
could see your dentist every month if you wanted.
If I wanted, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's no actual
Do you have
cap.
any like ortho benefits? Percentage?
I think I have what is it, 60 off braces or Invisalign.
That's pretty solid, dude.
That's not bad.
You should
too.
fucking get. I have 0.
I don't.
I have 0 ortho.
But I already have I have warranty for Invisalign and braces.
What do you mean
for
warranty?
legs. So
did you get Invisalign before?
Yeah.
When?
I had braces.
Yeah, but not Invisalign. Those are two different things.
No, I had Invisalign. Didn't fucking.
When did you have
work fast
Invisalign?
enough. Came back out of pen.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It didn't work fast enough because it was just annoying as shit. And I was smoking weed and shit, and
Yeah.
Invisalign is just fucking
Yeah.
annoying as fuck. And then I got braces fixed up in 4 months. I was on Invisalign for 8 months.
I don't remember you even having braces.
Dick all. And then Invisalign, I had braces.
Because when we did Pornaholics, it's fucking stupid ass name, Pornaholics, I don't remember you ever having braces.
I think it was before that,
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it was before pen.
Well, I mean, 8, that's pretty fast. 12 months in total, yeah, I would. Especially if you had Invisalign, I would have noticed. I wouldn't have noticed. And then braces, if it's only 4 months, yeah, high chance I wouldn't have seen it. That's crazy.
It might have been. I don't know exactly when. But anyway, dropped the Geno last night, man. Felt good.
Felt good?
Felt good.
Nice.
Went to Oddfish. Garbage.
Really?
Garbage.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Garbage.
Garbage for the price that you paid?
No.
And what you're expecting?
No,
or just straight
no.
up garbage?
So we went there for a seafood tower.
Sure.
Okay, because we thought.
Those are nice.
Well,
If they're done right.
they have a seafood tower that's chilled.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
looking for a heated seafood tower.
I've never seen that before.
So you make lobster tails and shit,
Yeah.
and crab legs and crab arms and shit like that, and you got prawns or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all boiled and fucking buttered up. That's what I was looking for.
Mm.
Because they had something like that a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. And then she's like, let's go there. And I'm like, okay, down. We go there. It's all Appy's.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even the linguine and shit, it was fucking
Was it tiny?
tiny.
No way.
Dog, we're talking
So this is like a tapas place, basically.
yeah.
It's not a sit down dinner place. It's a tapas bar, essentially.
It's a fucking snack bar.
Yeah, that's what tapas is,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. I don't.
That's the
fucking-
Spanish word for it. Because over there in Spain,
Tapas.
they do that a lot.
Yeah.
They don't actually eat full dinners like that. They'll
Yeah.
you'll get together as a group and you're literally just
Picking.
you're
Yeah.
just picking.
But yeah, it was
Damn.
fucking mad disappointing. Last minute, fucking made rezos at the keg, and then
If all else fails,
all else fails, let's go to the keg. And
old reliable.
And then last minute, I'm like, oh shit, there's that Boulevard Oyster Kitchen. We go there, bro. On Yelp it says
Oh,
five-
the $4 signs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was those. There's $5 signs, right? And at Boulevard there's $5 signs.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, maybe $200 to $300. What do you think I spent?
How many oysters do you have? I'll give you a good estimate. You give me a solid
We had,
an estimate. Just give me a rough quantity.
25 oysters. We had a linguine, and then we had stablefish,
Sablefish.
charcoal stablefish.
Sable, not stable. Sable.
Whatever. Sable,
There's no
stable,
teeth. There's no teeth. There's no teeth.
stability.
Stability.
Whatever, dog.
400.
Pretty goddamn close.
Yeah, because I would the oysters. Those are $12 a piece.
It was $3.75.
Yeah, there you go.
And just dropped a fucking
Actually, I do remember
fat loony there.
that was because I think we talked about how much what's the most you ever spent on a right
Yeah.
um
I've spent more than this before.
on a single,
Yeah. Not
but
like
close though. It would not much more. I would think.
no, 24 hundo.
What the fuck did we in Cristal?
No.
You're not spending that on food. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying on a date.
No, I'm talking about just a literal dinner, food, one food place.
Eddie V's 550.
Damn. Yeah, mine was three, maybe it might have been 350 because I remember I went to Elisa. You been to Elisa in Yale Town?
No.
Elisa Steak. We should go one day. It's really really good.
Gotham too.
Yeah, same place. But yeah, Lisa's solid. And so yeah, it was drink cocktails,
Yeah.
and then 2 appies,
Yeah.
mains,
Yeah.
and then wine throughout, and that's $350.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
and honestly, could have been a lot higher.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't even get the most expensive steak because over there, what's really funny about some of these steakhouses, normally when you go to a place to get steak, like the Keg or Chop or whatever, they'll just tell you the cut, right? So it's getting a sirloin, T-bone, New York strip, whatever, right? When you go to like these steakhouses or whatever, you don't you say that. They tell you where the fuck, which farm this place was from. I'll fix it. This is like, the battery life in this camera is like my hopes and dreams right now. It's clinging by a fucking thread. It's been on red the whole time. Yeah, what I was going to say about like, these steakhouses, they tell you the name of the farm of where this cow was from. They don't even, Christ. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing missing is the name of the fucking cow. Dude. Like this was Susie, and we got in.
Listen,
we have Mark.
Listen, I had this experience last night. So we go to Boulevard. Right?
Oh, they would have told you where the oysters
we start eating. They used to serve. We start eating. I put the fucking sable fish in my mouth.
Yeah.
And the guy turns to me and he's like, "Do you want to know more about your food?"
You're like, "What the fuck?"
And I look at her. I'm like, I guess so. This motherfucker goes for 3.5 minutes.
Jesus.
I'm like,
whole
Jesus
biography.
Christ, dude. He's like, well, these are naturally fucking stored in a crater box in the Pacific Ocean, and we ship them back here from up north, and blah blah blah. And I was like, yo.
Did they tell you the name of the fisherman who got this? Jesus Christ.
John F. Kennedy got
oh
this.
My God. Love
1968.
To be fair, it's like if you never go out, like think about this, right? Like if you never go out, if you like, I'm thinking about like my parents, right? My parents don't go out for much. They do for like birthdays and anniversaries. Like that's literally it. If you never go out, that kind of stuff does add to the overall appearance, right?
Ambiance,
right?
Too.
If you go out a lot, you're like, yo, fuck off, man. Like, give me the fucking food. Yeah. I know it's good, just like whatever. But if you never go out and it's like it's an experience where you're just being at a place, I can understand the appeal of that kind of stuff, right? It's still funny to hear though. When you're going off, you're like, okay,
yeah, sure.
Let's relax.
Art of Making Money. Did you read it?
I did. P.T. Barnum, baby.
P.T. Barnum.
Do you know a bit of his life background story? Pretty interesting.
Shorten it up, but tell
his
me
life
about
is almost more interesting than the book. He was have you heard of the movie The Greatest Showman?
Yeah.
With Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
That movie is based off of his life.
Oh, for real?
That's the Hugh Jackman's character is P.T. Barnum.
So I kind of know what
happened. Yeah, so he was a circus showman, that whole thing for like the last part of his life. And he was into like museums and like other things before. So he's always been pretty well off, but he's led a very colorful life in that sense. So it's interesting to read his thoughts on money,
seeing how he
given that he was a circus showman kind of person for a long time, because especially back then those guys were not great with money, you know what I mean? Like they were very much like, you make money, you spend it, and you'll spend it in extravagant ways or do whatever, but they don't really give thought to accumulating wealth and to making money for the future, right? So seeing P.T. Barnum, like when you sent me the name of the book, and I'm like, P.T. Barnum, I'm like, I fucking know this guy. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy wrote a book about this shit? Pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you remember any points from the book?
Some of the ideas around like the habits towards getting money were interesting.
Yeah. Definitely a good read.
I would recommend it to other people, actually.
Yeah, I absolutely.
What was your favorite part?
Basically, there was a part where he said something along the lines of, knowing when to say no to things based on your actual goals.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, you'll have, let's say, for example, I'll shorten it in my own words. Let's say my goal is to do software engineering, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you make more money than me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to live this extravagant, outgoing life, and you keep inviting me.
Yeah.
Well, if it's against my actual goals,
right, yes,
then I should be saying no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people right now in our age group, they don't understand that concept because they get too distracted on the fancy things in life or the most exciting things in life. And in order to actually succeed financially, that you have to sacrifice a good portion of your life in order to get ahead, especially out of a hole, right? And that was like the number one thing that I saw. But there's also some habitual things that
the habits sections were really interesting.
Was interesting because he was like, there's like the percentage one. Did you read that?
I don't remember it.
Okay, so there was a percentage one where he's like, calculate your bills, and then have an actual percentage. It's pretty common sense, but have an actual percentage that you are hitting that, like for saving.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yeah,
for whatever.
Yes.
And put that away, and only live within your, let's say, $1,000 a month or whatever the case may be. He's like, as soon as you stop accumulating day by day. So, for example, if you go, let's say, every day you're supposed to save $7 or whatever the fuck in order to save X amount of dollars in the month. If every day you're like, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow. Fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, the end of the month's gonna come. You're not gonna have that $1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, every day that you're not doing what you're supposed to do accumulates. So if you're watching Pornhub 24/7, you're gonna get really good at watching Pornhub. But if you want to do like software engineering, you have to do that every fucking day. Otherwise, you're gonna like not remember or not be coherent enough to understand like the actual concept of it. So he was kind of saying like, do an accumulation of a daily thing over a long period of time instead of focusing on it like for, let's say, 2 days a week or whatever the case may be, for like 5-6 hours or whatever. That was one of the more interesting ones. And then the last one was there was one more interesting one where he was saying, here, you tell me what you think of it, and I'll bring up what I thought about it.
The habits or the habitual section was interesting for me because it's stuff that you hear about in other books talking about the similar subject as well. So you read books on like mastery or like power of habit. Atomic Habits is another book like that. Blink, no, not Blink. There's another one. There's another one by Malcolm Gladwell that talks about like the study of like experts and like outliers. Outliers was the name of the book. And a lot of these books touch on this on a very similar note, which is doing this. Nice one.
I know.
Doing these small things over time. It sounds like you said super common sense, but it's so easy to overlook because
I know
all the time we tell ourselves that if we put it off one day, we can make up for it the next. But it might seem counterintuitive, but doing that is actually less beneficial than if you were to do less over time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's so easy to fall into that trap where you're like, if any habit think about that you've ever done daily, you always tell yourself like you can break it one day because you'll just like, I'll work extra hard next week or whatever, right? So nice.
Yeah. There was one last one that I remember was do not accumulate debt. True muzzies do this.
Yeah.
But you also have to understand that this is from back in the day.
I was just going to say, a lot of this book in general, it's okay. A lot of this book, you have to understand that.
Turn that one to yourself. You'll be the manual switcher.
You have to understand. You have to understand the context in which it was written, right? So this book was written like 1920, like it was early 20th century, right? And so the concept of credit literally didn't. It existed in a very rudimentary form, like not how we understand it today. Credit cards weren't a thing back then. Even banks didn't debit cards didn't exist, right? So the idea of you spending money that wasn't yours was a very negative thing to do back then because you would literally have to be borrowing from people to spend or borrowing from the bank directly, saying, basically how we get loans now from the bank, you'd have to do that for every time you wanted money that wasn't yours. There's no easy way of like borrowing quickly and paying back. So you could very quickly fall into like a pretty serious debt that would really screw you.
Yeah. Muzzies do this.
Yeah.
Muslim, like true Muslims, they don't accumulate debt.
Yeah.
They believe in not accumulating debt.
Well, a lot of countries outside North America still don't have a very strong credit. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but you know in England, the percentage of people who use credit cards on a consistent basis, it's actually very low.
In comparison to your...
Yeah, like very low. And this is like the UK we're talking about. No, we're not talking about like fucking like Peru or like... We're talking about the UK, and it's like... Let's assume that in America it's like 90% of people. Yeah. I really want to say without Googling this, in the UK it's like 30% of people use credit cards on a consistent basis.
Yeah. Quick thing.
Yeah.
Sam, Jin have a
group.
Jin Younga, we have a group. And Sam right now is like, never seen Armand so happy.
Yeah. Attaboy.
Dude, this is hilarious. You gotta go or what?
No. We gotta
pretty goddamn close.
You gotta give that like a second to charge, I guess.
He He's notorious for bringing the most unavailable girls around.
Hilarious.
I love Sam, but he always brings the most unavailable. Last night he brought over a girl that had like she's a single mom, Korean chick.
Perfect.
Right.
Just the kind of that's the girl he
like
needs.
one off the old block.
Jesus,
you know what I'm
dude.
saying?
Yeah,
like the other one was like interesting because she was like fucking.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And this one is like even worse, bro.
Jesus.
It's like fucking Christ, man. Are we going downhill or what's the deal here? I'm trying to get him up on at Mark on here.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like last night I'm like, yo, if you call that girl again, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face. I swear to God, if you call that girl again, because what happens is like, he'll be like, no, I'm not calling her.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
And then
This, and then like,
next thing you turn around, you're like, yo, what the fuck?
who you calling?
Yeah.
I'm calling her, man. It's like, dude, son,
Fucking
come
hell.
on, man,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it together. So yeah, you've been on a illustrious path of redemption, my guy. Do you want to discuss this, or what's the deal here? Okay, just for people that don't know, Hector's he's not gonna record right now, so I can talk all this shit I want.
Yeah, but it's still come up on audio. Fuck.
But homie's been notorious this last 2 weeks, okay? He's been pulling moves out of my fucking hat, okay? Tricks out of my sleeves.
Yo,
I don't know where the fuck he's learning this shit
Yo,
from.
chill.
But the only person I know he's learning this from is me, dog. Because all of his friends, like, let's be honest.
Oh, Brian.
Pretty stand-up guys.
No, I know, but like Brian
Even-
would be the close. No. Trust.
But even
Trust.
even Brian is like, he's like he negates from like me to you. It's not like
No,
he's-
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what
he's
I'm
still
saying,
more of a stand-up guy.
But
than me.
like what you're talking about,
Yeah.
he's very like
very close.
Yeah, no, he's
He's fluid as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
in that.
But yeah, like homie's going hard. Like his numbers are up, stats are up. He's glowing.
Stats are being padded right now. Jesus Christ.
Homie's Peyton Manning right now, dog. He's just patting those stats, son.
Got a press
And
like
you know what,
blackjack.
man? Like the happiest thing I've seen from you is like, bro, you're saying no to hoes now. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
fucking love it.
Yeah, that's
dude.
crazy.
I haven't seen you in this form ever. Ever.
I'm in peak form right now.
Dude, you're
peak fitness.
peak.
Yeah.
Like I can only imagine if you get a hair transplant, how you're gonna lay pipe. I can only imagine how you're gonna lay pipe when you get a hair transplant, dog. Like the gyno titties and the hair transplant with a little bit of cycle of test, dog. You be laying that fucking pipe, bro, from
Jesus,
here
dude.
to up north
Jesus,
on
dude.
that pipeline,
Christ
son.
almighty.
Jesus
Call me
Christ.
Keystone XL.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
Jesus. Oh man. Fuck. Jesus Christ, dude. It's just a beautiful thing, man. I love
good.
seeing my friends like kind of evolve into new beings, and this is a new space for you, and I'm fucking proud of you.
It is.
I'm proud of you for this, and like fuck, man, like by all means, if jihad is the way.
Fucking hell, man.
If jihad's the way, dude, my guy's a fucking suicide bomber. He's fucking blowing up planes as he go. Shit, G. Oh,
It's
man.
been interesting.
It's
It's been very interesting. I mean, I was talking about it with homeboy yesterday. Vince, shout out to him. Just got his brown belt. It's pretty fucking sick. Because I had to get him caught up in the shit. He's like, "Yo, what you been up to? Like, what's like what up?"
Yeah,
And I told him, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"I don't know, man." I'm like, it was just like it wasn't
Name of the
happening,
game.
and then all of a sudden, it's like
popping.
it's like opportunities.
I gotta say, other than like dealing dope Armon,
Mm.
best year stats wise this year.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I did a quick Excel sheet last night. I fucking looked at it.
You did
High 20s.
You did for your personal life what I have to do for my professional life tomorrow. I have to pull up my numbers,
Stat sheet.
put them up into an
But
Excel
yo, the
sheet.
thing is, people think I lie about that stuff. Like I actually like I pat my stats or whatever. If a girl asks me about the stats, I lay them out. Like I don't have no problems being like, yo, your number,
Yeah. Whatever.
triple digits, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But like some guys like to think, especially I noticed this in the Asian community, they'll like underestimate themselves.
Well, in Western culture, it's very typical for guys to overstate and for girls to understate. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
I think in all cultures, girls understate.
Yeah, probably.
because purity is based on
Yeah.
virginity, right?
Mm.
And yeah, just fucking interesting. Just fucking interesting. But yo, I'm telling you, like, cake to the gills. That's all I gotta say. Cake to the gills, dog. Cakey.
Oh Jesus.
Like
Good.
I like, you know,
I'm happy for you, dude.
last night I went to TNT and I ordered a cake. That's how it was, dog. It was just
Jesus.
cakey. It was nice. It was beautiful. Got any last words here? It's, 5-4.
PF Chang's, baby. I don't know what the fuck this is from. PF.
PF Chang's.
Nah, dude. It's there was a good one that I had actually. Oh, the one from last week, but it's different. Luck is when opportunity and preparation come together.
Beautiful. I got one.
What you got?
No two roads are the same to gold.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Okay. We're out. Peace.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know